Didn't miss anything, luckily. Let's bring it on. It's Music Racer from Borough, Brenticles, Cheese Noodles now into the Paddock Hill Bend. Side on with Wheezy and Sparky God in the AMG. They just tentatively slide on through. We've also got Sparky Gods and Aaron getting through. Kart number 1, he's got himself situated in there. The AMGs today, down in the middle of the pack. They didn't quite dominate in the wet. We've got Jono.
Oh, Burrow! Oh, he's gone wide. That's a bad way to start this race.
Yes, look at that. It's a lot of time lost as well. Everybody's just tiptoeing around on this opening lap too. How did Burrow end out there? Was he just understeering?
He had a wheel in the grass in the braking zone.
That'll do it. That'll do it. So, apart from that, looks like it was a decent first few corners. A lot of work now for Burrow. Qualifying so important here at Brands Hatch as well, especially when it's raining. It's going to be a hard one to move up from. Very hard. So for Music Racer, he is in his element, I'd say. Oh no, he's in the wall! The leader has found the wall. We just got to it. He's going to be stuck there a long time as he lets the entire field stream through. That is a huge shame.
I was just about to make the comment too. What a start it's been for him. 2nd and a half on the field. You had just said how in his element he is. Commentator's curse has struck.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry, that replay. I don't know why that replay was blank, but it was. But yeah, so Music and Barra top 2, and he has to come in to repair that damage as well. That's a massive shame. But that's given Brenticles.
Oh, there's a pile up. We've got a pile up at turn 2.
Jono Stan got out of that. Oh, that was Brian.
4 or 5 cars.
So these wet conditions starting to test these guys a little bit. This is their first wet race of the season as well. So a big heart in your mouth moment there for some of them. I think they got away with that. I think Music Racer took a lot more damage with his one-on-one with the wall.
Oh, Jono, well wide up there at the top of the hill. I think he's carrying a little bit of damage after that, actually.
So we'll try reset. TT took a lot of curb through there, through Sheehan's. That is a recipe for sending himself off into. We've got a Ferrari off. I think that's Mr. Wilson. It is the number 27. The car looks okay. Just think he took a long way around. But TT in that McLaren now. He's looking quick, and Riggsy in 13th. Got a few good drivers also slicing off to the pit lane. Wheezy, one of them. K-Man as well. And Music Racer is back out on track, but he's down in 18th spot as well. It's, wow, what a few opening laps that was.
Yeah, exactly right. And that'll be a huge shame for Music Racer. He would have been on a confidence high after that lap of qualifying, and to have to roll around at the back like this, it's just a bit of a shame for him to have his race end up like this.
It is. Not much we can do for him though, unfortunately. It is what it is.
Exactly right.
But if you're not familiar with the points, let's have a look what the points are like in this season. You can see them there. Wheezy Weston at the top. Then Barra, Blanchy, Pesky 1. So for Wheezy, there's a lot of points he's losing tonight. Chopper Dog down there in 52nd place. He wants a good one. Barra Dog also 4th overall. He also wants a good finish, so they need to improve.
Yeah, they'll all be dicing at the front, and you see a bit of a trend up the front actually. The top 7 cars at the moment are all front engined. So, bit of food for thought maybe, if that's adding a bit more grip in the wet.
Yeah, we got a Bentley and a Bentley in the top 3. So, and then we got all tech and kart number 1 for your top 5. But it was the AMGs that were sort of the middle of the pack at the start of this race, but those early crashes and accidents we've seen. Oh, this is TT. Who's in that Lamborghini? That's not John O'Stan, is it? No.
Wheezy.
Oh, it's Wheezy getting lapped. All right, so Wheezy's a long way off the pace with that accident now. So yeah, look at that. That is Wheezy, you're right. So John O'Stan's coming up on Mr. Wilson here. Jono's a standout in GT Sport. I haven't actually seen him in ACC, so this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I've spoken to him a little bit after this one. Got a drive through there for car 13.
Brian in the pit lane.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, you're talking about.
That was Jono.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Just
John.
after the quality section, he actually reported back to me if we could get anything done on Mr. Wilson here.
This is one of the
Not
few
quite.
overtaking opportunities this track presents, if not the only one. And it won't be this time. He might get up the inside at the hairpin. He's up halfway. He got the power down and he's come out of it. Wilson's in the wall. Big moment.
Oh no.
Just heard Wilson's response there. It was the old big F-bomb, but I don't blame him. Let's have a look. The replay. So John O'Stan got halfway up, got the power down. There was a lot of rubbing. I don't know if that contributed to Wilson losing control like that.
No, look, there was a bit of hip and shoulder from Jono, but it didn't look like anything cynical. Just looks like maybe Wilson caught out a little bit by Jono being there and got on the power at an awkward point. Was Jono actually in the wall too? Oh no!
Oh wow, yes he is.
They're dropping like flies.
Yeah, a lot of them are getting loose out there. Wilson goes off with Jono. So, just reassess the situation. Yeah, Wilson's coming back at him. Jono.
Oh,
surely
dare say they'll both get more repairs, yeah.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of time there. So whatever's happened, Wilson's okay. Yeah, John O'Stan isn't, so not surprising. Wow, okay. There's a lot happening. TT still behind Benny. That was a bit of a race that was going on in the top 8. So Benny and the Lexus there doing a good job of holding off TT. But looks like he's going to just do a sneaky inside maneuver. And the Lexus is beaten. That's TT ahead. That was a great move. And it is now TT's opportunity to start catching the rest. Next target will be Sparky God. But alrighty, I don't know what's happening to them. The track is damp. It's only lightly raining.
Yeah, it's I had a bit of research done just before this one, just about how the track conditions can affect the grip and whatnot. Thank you, JJ, for the tips, actually. But damp track actually isn't anywhere near as slippery as you might expect. And dry tyres just about hold on to it.
Yeah.
Which I found quite funny, actually.
We just lost one, so I don't know who that was. Is that... don't know off the top of my head. So we're 19. We now have 18.
Oh, we do, yeah.
But these AMGs are doing good to fight in the wet. Yeah, if it's only lightly raining, so it's not pelting down. It's not leaving wet puddles on the track either. So But it's still catching these drivers out a little. Whether that's set up or just inexperience in the wet, I'm not too sure. But it doesn't matter who you are. It's always hard in the wet. It's also a good leveler in motorsport, which is probably why we saw Music doing so well. It's just a shame he binned it when he did.
Yeah, it's not the greatest way to start a Pro-Am race, but I'm sure it won't be a habit of his to just throw it away on the first lap. But as Daniel here has actually said in the chat, could be a matter of last man standing, and I don't think he could be hitting the nail on the head any better than that.
True. Fortunately, it's only one missing. Jono Stan back down to 17th. K-Man in the pits though. Aaron also in the... Aaron won the Pro-Am last week. Doesn't look like he'll do that again. Wheezy Western on top of the Pro-Am division. He's down in 16th. Music
Got
Race...
a battle for the lead stemming here actually, sorry.
Well, that's always exciting. So, we've got two Bentleys. Yeah, look at this.
Brenticles may have made a mistake somewhere on that last lap. He's thrown away a bit of a gap that he had to Gazza, so Gazza smelling blood in the water now.
Yes, we've got the green and gold cars, two Bentleys, BHR and Next Level Racing. Up against each other here. We've got everyone rooting for their teams and teammates. Gazza just holds that inside line. That's going to be the move. And Brenticles had no response to that. But in the wet, that was even sweeter. So well done, Gazza.
Great stuff there from Gaz. That corner is not easy to get down the inside of. It's very easy to lose the rear as you drop down the hill. And he made that look simple.
All tech. Got ahead of Cheese Noodles as well. So Cheese Noodles loses third. All tech takes it. Cart number one losing space to them. We've got Sparky God off at Sheehan Curve as he enters Sterling's. Benny and that I think's Wheezy. So it's a back marker. So it's not pressuring Benny at all. But Benny can now see Sparky a little bit closer to him. So yeah, there's mistakes that are going to hurt a lot of these drivers tonight. Early stops as well for some. We've had Music in, TT, Aaron, Wheezy, Jono Stanford damage, but it also was his mandatory done. So, bit of strategy as well.
Yeah, it's never easy to nail your strategy in the wet. It can be such a curveball in terms of trying to hit your numbers and going the distance. But you know, if these guys have done the practice, like I'm pretty sure they have, then I think we'll see some pretty clever strategies.
No, this is Aaron on TT. That was a great move coming into Hawthorne Hill. Got the work done. And TT is down in 14th now. So those two are absolutely nail and tongs. I think the track's gone to greasy, as Brett has mentioned. And he says Gazza might be on slicks, so that might be the reason he's able to just get that overtake and build a 6-second gap already. That could be the why Aaron is going so fast as well.
Did we see Gazza peel in at any point? Or would it have been a
he might have started.
A call made on the start?
Yeah, he might have started on them. Which could be the... I mean, in my preview, it was... Because it's a wet race, it's always going to be a call of the right tyre at the right time. And looks like that gamble may have paid off for Gazza. Big time.
Yeah, it'd be a massively good call if he started on slicks. You can see that dry line forming now around the track, those train tracks, as you hear so commonly. So, so a slick tyre in those, no problems at all, but he makes one wrong move and he'll be hurting.
He will. He's coming up on some back markers. It's, I guess, their job to get out of the way, but his job to pass cleanly. Yeah, you can really see the drying line coming up to Sheen Curve. He's taking a lot more curb through there as well. left hand into Sterling's. So this track is getting faster.
And with a fast track too, confidence just skyrockets. Gazza finding more curbs, just pushing the car that little bit harder than he would have been at the start of the race, when you can see clearly everyone just tiptoeing around. So you'll start to see lap times dropping and people probably going a little bit harder than you might expect.
Oh, that was a little bit of back wheel drifting through there. He held it. Maybe that's the sign he's starting to push, like you were just saying. Jono stand on Mr. Wilson again. So we got a rivalry forming in this Pro-Am division. Oh no, Jono cooked it out wide. He's kept it on the straight and narrow. I don't know how. But that Lamborghini was, yeah, I thought he was toast again.
He's pushing the envelope, isn't he? He doesn't want to raid around.
No, I mean, he wrecked his moment before. I don't know what Wilson thinks is Jono's stand at this moment in time. I mean, he may even think that Jono was completely responsible, because he's not going to have seen a replay. Just had a different angle. He's only seen what he's said. He is fighting him hard. Coming in to the first turn. That inside for Jono's stand surely will mean he's won the spot. He has. And up to Druitt's hairpin. He is now 14th. But yeah, great move.
Good respect from both guys too. Jono just with the decency to not run Wilson out wide. And Wilson defending hard, but not to the point where he needed to bin either car. And I think that's a real sign of how the racing is so far.
Suck agency! I don't know if he's tagged. Sparky got it through there as they were going through Sheehan's. I think he's going to readdress it. So that possibly was, yes it was. I don't know how Sparky stayed out of the wall, but Psycho was just too close.
Sorry, Sparky, I didn't mean that, mate.
And he heard him on the radio, apologising. Have a look at the replay. Oh, we didn't get a little bit too long, I waited. But yeah, you can see just stayed off the wall there. Yeah, Psycho just apologising there, which was nice.
Yeah, it could have been a bit bigger man there, but it always takes a bit of pride to throw away to do that. But good on him just for putting his hand up there.
Adam Parsons with the $10 super chat. Thanks, mate. You've said to put it towards my PS5. I will chuck it in the kitty. Thanks, mate. Means a lot. The PS5 for me, though, could be a long, long way away. I don't even know if there's stock available for those who have the money to cough one up at the moment. They still seem so rare.
Yeah, I was only looking the other day at, look, I'm not probably purchasing one for some time, but just curiosity, and nowhere I could see at any. Nowhere.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I know a lot of people in RaceOnOz managed to get their hands on one. There's a few people out there. Oh no, Psycho. He's starting to push, trying to catch that gap that he's let build up on Sparky God. Because we got some people I know in these GT3 events, some are running the PlayStation 5, some on the PS4. So it's at least they work together. That would be a shame if they didn't. But not going cross-platform these days is probably going to hurt you more than benefit you.
Yeah, you see it with a lot of games these days, just trying to make use of that cross-platform capability. It doesn't really make sense for it to not happen anymore, if I'm honest.
Yeah, good on Call of Duty now. You can get on there. I'm on the computer, and it tells you if you're playing against Xbox or PlayStation users.
Yep,
but
exactly right.
The cool thing is you can even add them and party up with them. So, yeah. One of the days where you all need to be on the same thing. You can have friends on an Xbox, friends on a PlayStation, you can play together. I like it. So I want more games to be like that.
What a world. What a world we live in.
It's great. Now Psycho has made great time up on Sparky. Oh, has he almost done it again?
Oh no.
Oh, I think he did.
Was that more contact?
Let's have a look at that
no.
replay. Just want to see. He was getting very, very close. Just wanted to through the corner again. Almost a mirror image of what happened the first time. Just on a different corner.
Oh, and Sparky off again. Final corner. Oh, it's gone from bad to worse.
So, what's he going to do? Enter the... He didn't hit the wall with any significant force, but... Oh, that's a shame. That's a massive shame for Sparky. I really don't know. Apart from Gaza, I really don't know who's going to be where at the end of this one.
Yeah, I mean, even Gaza is he's not a certainty.
No, that's true.
If this track continues to evolve the way it does, and I think that was lost someone again in this race.
Yeah, we
yeah,
lost a few more, yeah.
With the track evolution, I mean, anyone could sort of pop up and surprise people. And I mean, again, the way the track is right now, keeping it between the white lines is easier said than done.
It is just spitting enough to make it so that they might need to use their windshield wipers every couple of minutes. This is Aaron, though, starting to make waves. Oh.
That's Byron Dog around in 5th.
Oh no. He's really struggling. That's Music Racer. So Music Racer is... Where is he? Set 13th, so he's unlapped himself there. And Burrow's coming in. So this will be the last of his mandatory stops.
Let's get those out of the way. It's 8 minutes from halfway through this race, and he's yeah, going to be one of the first, other than Music and Wheezy, to get them all sorted.
Now we're back on the Aaron-Benny fight. Aaron looks like he's got some extra pace that Benny just does not have at his disposal. The Mercedes driver now just lining up an overtake, coming up into the Brabham Straight, down into Paddock Hill Bend. One of the best overtaking places. And he might actually do it. Inside line here. And into the top part of Paddock Hill. Could be the switchback from Benny as he goes inside now for the hairpin. And that's going to give him the upper hand here. The Lexus stays ahead. But that not for Aaron not having a go though. Fighting very, very valiantly. But Benny, he had the defense to stave off this attack at least for another lap.
Great stuff from those boys. I mean, that's the sort of fighting you expect to see for a winner a title, and they're doing it for 8th place.
Now, I hope the server's okay. We've lost one more. Here we go, up into Hawthorne Hill. This is, I've seen it happen in an FIA event in GT Sport, and it looked absolutely fantastic at high speeds there, but unfortunately Aaron couldn't quite hold it. And for Benny, he just has to think about what's ahead of him. So, yeah, this track is really starting to pace up now. So those that are really confident in the dry, they're going to start coming to life. About halfway through this race now.
Yeah, nearing the halfway mark, and I think Gaza and Ortec especially are just sort of cementing their names as two of the guys who, on this drying track, they're definitely picking up the pace a little bit more than the others.
So Gaza's still leading, yeah, Ortec's coming back at them. Brentskill's in 3rd, he was leading at one point. Riggsy there in 4th, he's got Jono Stan just following him, but that's not for position. And then Cheese Noodles finishes out your top 5, also in a Bentley.
Got Benny now, who's rocked up to the back of Shamrock, so he's got a little bit of pace in that Lexus, and Aaron tagging along as well, as we've seen.
Yeah, we've got a good little train forming here, actually. This is going to be interesting. Shamrock there in 7th. It's a pretty solid driver. He had a great drive at Paul Ricard, where he was from the back of the grid. He made his way almost to the front, and that earned himself the Driver of the Day title there.
It's well deserved. It's a really mature drive from him.
So Benny does have a bit of work ahead of him. He is surrounded by some talented drivers. Aaron and Benny just touching a wheel onto that grassy area. And they're so lucky the car doesn't just get upset, lose that balance and pirouette into the wall. It's so easy to do. Benny still has it. This is where we saw Aaron go for a move up the inside, but he's a little too far away on this lap to try anything. But the intent is there.
What do we think? What's the general opinion on these hot pink AMGs?
Oh, I don't mind them, actually. I'd say it's a purple.
A bit more of a purple?
A little bit. I don't know, everyone
Yeah.
sees colour differently, but yeah, to me it's a bit purple.
Could we call it a magenta? Is that a bit of a middle ground?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I don't know if it's quite red enough to be that, but I don't know.
I don't really know my my in-between colours, so
Oh,
yeah. It's colourful. I like it. I think it's a nice splash of colour on the grid.
yeah, it's good, it stands out, and you know who they are.
Absolutely.
I like that ACC at least let you play around with the colour liveries a bit. Oh, no, it was that Shamrock. He was going sideways through Sheehan Curve. He's held it together. Benny's gone flying past, obviously. That was super close.
What a save from Shamrock. That was brilliant bit of car control from him.
And yeah, so Aaron saw the opportunity to get through, but no, with Shamrock being in the same car and he looks a little bit quicker, not going to happen today. But for Benny, free spot, thank you, he says. But yeah, I was just saying, I think it was good that ACC let the players at least customise the colours a bit. Obviously there's licenses and stuff, so they couldn't let you do like, I don't know how GT Sport got away with it, but yeah, gives you something to do.
However they managed to get that licensing to the livery editor on GT Sport, I'm so glad they did, because I speak for thousands of people when I say that is probably one of the best parts of that game. They just got it so right on the first attempt.
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't seen it emulated more. I think Forza might have something like that, but I'm not sure. I think Forza Motorsport might on the Xbox.
Yep, that's right. I've used Forzas. That was probably the first one I really tried to get used to. And it was probably just a little more technically advanced. It was just a little harder to get the same result as GT Sport.
Benny sends it up the inside and puts another AMG in his rear vision mirror. That's rigged. Oh no, I thought it was for position, but who cares? It's another AMG behind him. So Benny's made that work. And Shamrock and Aaron are still working to stay with him. Benny's found a new lease on life here. Don't know who is that? That might be Sparky God, actually. That is the back marker.
Didn't say it all that long ago. Benny really does have some pace in that Lexus right now. So he's and the track's actually just gone green too. So there's not much moisture out there at all anymore.
No, that's going to be good. Track temp 27 degrees Celsius as well. So they're going to be able to get some heat into these tyres fairly quickly and generate some grip. Yeah, you're saying was it technical? A little bit more technical on Forza?
Yeah, I think that's the way I'd sum it up. It's just a little harder to get similar results, whereas GT Sports is dumbed down, but the results can be as good, if not better.
And the fact you can upload decals, like, oh, that was a game changer.
So handy, so handy. It just makes everything about it so much easier.
But I know at least on PC, if they want, people can use custom liveries. But it's not officially supported. We've got our race leader in, Gazza's here, and that's his first stop of the night. So Ortec follows suit. He's second for his first. Brensicles is just coming up to Sheen Curve now. He's already done a stop though, so what was that? This is going to be close, I think, between Gazza and Ortec. They don't need tyres, but they need fuel. So they're going to be stationary for about 30 seconds or so. And Brensicle's coming up the Brabham straight now. And Gaz is just getting off the line. So, yes, it's going to be very tight between the two of them. Brensicles does take the lead. Gazza comes out in second place.
There you go. Who saw that coming?
I actually didn't, but that means Brensicles has been so consistent with his laps. And he is now our new race leader, the number 331 in the Bentley. And that means Cheese Noodles goes to third. So it's top three again are all Bentleys. Home race. That's what the British fans are screaming for.
And I'm realizing now as well that trend of front engine cars leading the train, that's gone out now to the top 12 cars, all front engine.
Oh Jesus! All right, there you go. That's nuts. So we go back to the Shamrock battle on Arrett as these two AMG drivers battle it out. They obviously don't want to be taking each other out. There's a teams championship points on the line for that, but bragging rights for the drivers. Baradog up to 9th place after his opening lap incident. And he's only 2 seconds away from this Shamrock battle now, so it's not going to be long before Burra is knocking on that door, wanting to get through.
Yeah, I think we might see a race-long battle for these two. Not much to separate them even now, so as long as the strategies keep them together, they've both had one of their mandatory stops, so we may see them locked to the hip until the check-in.
So, it's Shamrock. He's 27th overall in the championship with 50 points. Wheezy Weston second with 77. So there's not a huge disparity there. So good result tonight. Could really change the order in the Pro-Am class. Shamrock is coming in. Aaron continues on. Baradog also. So Baradog catching up to Arrett. 1.7 seconds now at the interval as we get an updated time across the line. And Ortec also chasing down kart number 1 in that AMG. Oh, he's gone a little wide through the Hawthorne Hill there. He knows the chase is on. A little bit prone to overdriving as well, so he's got to be careful about that. I think if I remember correctly, we saw some of it at Paul Ricard.
May have been. I did actually tune in for a little bit of that stream. Don't remember it vividly though.
No, it's 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So we just had the Pro last week, obviously. So we've got the Pro again next week for everyone watching. Don't forget, if you go to demoongarage.com and then you go to /bookings, there's a calendar page and it has all of the races that are booked for the upcoming month and next month, and you can see when we're supposed to be streaming there. So you're more than welcome to go check it out, or just go to the webpage demoongarage.com and click on the menu where it says upcoming races. It'll take you to the same thing. So you can also download that calendar and convert it onto your phone or whatever if you need to. Burradog has made fantastic strides in cutting down the gap on him and Aaron now. It's going to be less than 7/10. He's almost on his back spoiler through Druids. Gazza might be on fresh tyres, says Adam Parsons. He might have changed tyres, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Burradog though, he does try to get it, somehow fit that Bentley up the inside. It's a big car. Didn't quite do it in time. He tried to leave plenty of room for Aaron there, being very respectful about it. And it probably just cost him an overtake a little bit. But at least they're still racing and not facing the wrong way, swearing at each other, needing to take a minute's worth of damage repair.
It's always that little question you ask yourself before you send an overtake. What's the scenario I put myself in here? Do you risk a crazy overtake, or do you send yourself back to the pits for a couple of minutes?
Yeah, especially on this with the damage. It is brutal. Well, there you go. He's just been given the spot because Aaron needs to take his pit. So there you go. Burradog, 7th place. It did work for it though, but in the end, it was almost a gift. So, Brensicles leads by 2.3 seconds on Gazza. Now, apparently we can see the times. If we hit timetables. Please don't blue screen. Ah, thank God.
Oh, you did blue screen. Wow.
If I click on race. No. I can't get the times. I was trying to get the time differences between Brensicles and Gazza's here, but there you go. No, I didn't blue screen. So you can use that. You can use that little menu, the timetable thing. Everything else seems to be broken though. I wouldn't touch replay. Options. Quit definitely breaks it. So don't even bother with that. Just close the game. It's faster. At least you don't have to wait for a blue screen progress bar to load and then tell you to send a report or not.
I don't think I've ever sent one of those reports.
I don't think I have either. I wonder, does anyone send those reports? That'd be like, that's a like, yeah. How many reports does Sony get of blue screening, and like, what exactly do they do with that information?
That's what I was just thinking. Actually, I'm sitting there going, I wonder who has the job to check all the reports, because I dare say they don't get a lot of them.
No. Yeah, I don't think they would either. But I'm sure they get a few. But you know, like, yeah, you just never. If you did send one, like, I don't think you get an email back saying, you know, this is what we found or anything. So yeah, it's just one of those things, I guess. Be interesting to find out.
I know I've reported people before, like the abusive messages and whatnot. That's dealt with rather swiftly, but the game issue, not so sure.
Stuart Barkley, welcome. Adam, saying hello, Stu. As Burradog is now putting it to Benny in 6th place. Burra is flying. It's a shame he wasn't able to stay at the front. An early mistake from Burradog meant he was near the back of the grid in wet conditions, fighting to get through. He's now up to 7th place now, and he's up against Benny. And Benny is chasing Ortec here. But these two are the closest.
Yeah, very true. Well, to extend that, good evening, Stu. Good to see you in. And very true, it's a great size grid here for the Pro-Am. We've had a couple drop out, which is unfortunate in tough conditions. Hopefully no server issues for them, but tell you what, it makes me really excited to see what we've got in store for the Pro.
Well, the Pros, yeah, Pro goes off next week with Brent Hatcher. And those guys in quali, like every time we watch the qualifying, the top 10, the top 12 are within a second of each other. So it's going to be pretty mental when we go here next week with the pro class. And I'm pretty sure they've got inclement conditions as well with the rain and all that. So it's anyone's game, as Burra is just testing Benny through here. But Benny is just a man of steel. Nothing phased him. In fact, he's gone a little bit quicker. Fantastic effort. Benny is quick in that Lexus.
Oh, he's been great. I mean, he's the only man in the field rocking the Lexus, and he's just making it work. It's a very uncommon car to be driving, but yeah, it seems to be working. Wonder if a couple people might get the idea now.
Yeah, we've got only one Ferrari in the Pro-Am, one Aston Martin, and one Lexus. That are, I can't remember. There were a few Audis, but they've dropped out, unfortunately. But you see Burra, yeah, just can't really find a way through. It's just not one of those tracks. He's done well to get up to where he is, and Benny does need to pit again. So I'm not exactly sure where Benny will filter out after all that.
May end up being a bit of a dead rubber between those two. You'd think Benny probably slots in around 8th or so, just ahead of Jono. That'd be my guess, at least.
Yeah, that's not a bad guess, actually. Jono needs to come in as well, down in 9th.
He does, and two guys who still also need to come in, kart number 1 and Ortek, who are closing up on each other now, just coming around Druids. A bit of a battle in the final 20 minutes of this race.
Yeah, I must say, I've only looked at that time. Maybe that's the second time I've looked up. So, yeah, we've got 18 minutes, just over 18 minutes to go. That's how good this race has been. Gaz is here. He's 6/10 off Brensicles now for the lead. So, I think, yeah, like you said, they're starting to heat up. The pressure's on for Brensicles now, and if the prediction that Gaz is on new tyres, it's going to be pretty hard for Brensicles to defend him here. He does have the track width on his side, though. That's the only thing.
I think Brenticles, with his fair amount of experience, should know just how to put up a bit of a fight for this one. But we'll just see Gazza again. If he is on fresh tyres, this will be one hell of a scrap. Brenticles might just find it a little hard to keep him behind.
So here we go, the 444 sizing up his opponent out of Druids as we're on the 29th lap of this race. Just over 70 minutes to go, and we are on the run to the checkered flag. Half the field has done their mandatory stops. The top 6 all need to do one more stop. And then they will be good to run to the end of this race. The track conditions, it's gone green. It's been green for at least half of the race now. The track temp's gone up 1 more degree since we last checked in on it. But this track is only going to be getting quicker and quicker as we get towards the end here. As long as there's no more rain. And I don't think there is any forecast.
Shouldn't be rain affected, as Gazza and Brenticles just, sort of foreshadowing. I think they're going to be at it till the end of the race now. But for Gaz especially, just putting yourself in the seat of the driver right now, it's all about sizing up the guy ahead, just sort of thinking, how am I going to get past him, looking at where you're stronger, where Brenticles maybe showing a bit of a vulnerability as he dives into the pits, and that will not help lap time. But is that a vulnerability, going into the pits?
Well, he needs the pit, so...
Well, he got the overtake, so I think that counts.
Obviously, Brenticles is confident that the undercut is more effective. And he could be right, because that's what he did the first time, to get Gaz up on the back foot. Gaz has only just gone in, so Gaz is going to be at it for at least another 10 minutes. Where does Brenticles return, though? He's going to need relative clean air, because he wants to put in some quick times now. JJ's here in the chat. Welcome, JJ.
Kia Good evening. Should I say boss man or
Yeah, the what do they call
ACC
them?
boss man?
What do they call your bosses in the UK? The
Governor.
governors here.
You gotta put on a bit of an accent if you're gonna say governor.
True.
Ooh, 2 cars off final corner. That would be Burra and Benny. Burra and Benny.
Not Burra and Benny in that Lexus. Yeah, he's a bit shaken up, isn't he?
Straight into the pit goes Benny. Maybe a bit of damage. He still had to serve one of those mandatory pit stops, but surely that was a bit unscheduled for him.
I think so, but it's probably not too far off his schedule, but, you know, I don't think the collision helped. This is Ortec on kart number 1. 7/10 the gap. This is for second here. And then Brensicle's down in 4th, so yeah, he did get good air. Cheese Noodles finishes at your top 5. Music Racers had a good comeback after that massive accident. To get himself 7th at this stage is commendable. Very commendable.
Yeah, he's just been driving a fantastic race. I mean, he's put his head down, he's not let it get to him, and if Burradog's got any sort of damage, this could be a top 6, maybe even a top 5 for music, which would just be, after his first lap, that'd be outstanding.
Yeah, look at him through here though. This man is just on fire. Brands Hatch, it's a shame he had that accident, because this looks like it's his track. He just looks so comfortable here. Like he's attacking everything, and the car doesn't look like it wants to slip away from him, yet it looks so fast as well at the same time.
And you said it earlier in the race, he's and I think I can actually say now, he's a man in his element. There's clearly something between him, this Aston Martin, and Brands Hatch that just works, and he's putting it on display. I know we're only talking about a man in 7th place, but it's going to be a day of what could have been for Music Racer.
Yeah, unfortunately. I wonder what it was that happened. But, you know, like you said, kept his chin up and has continued with it. And that's what makes a good driver, especially an eSports one. This is Ortec, still on kart. And that gap is closing and closing and closing, but he can't complete the move. And for now, it's the blue AMG Mercedes ahead of the purple magenta one of Ortec 9-1. This is going to be a battle that will also rage all the way to the end for the next 12.5 minutes. And I'm really waiting out on Gazza to pit, because I want to see if that undercut from Brensicles is going to work.
That's the exciting one, isn't it? I mean, that's the battle for the lead. That's the battle for the win, and that's what I'm sure Gazza will just be looking at that gap and praying he's done enough to stay out of Brensicles. So,
yeah, Brensicles 11 seconds away from Ortec here that we're watching race kart number 1. So Brensicles is going to want to make sure that he doesn't catch these guys before they go into the pit lane. Because if he's catching them, he's quicker than them, and he'll lose time. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, you're right. Gazza and Brensicles are on for a bit of a race here at the end. 15 drivers still remain. K-Man, I think, has retired, though. He's been in the pits now for a lot of it. So 14 drivers on track at least.
Not entirely sure K-Man ever got going. Whether there's a bit of hardware issue there, or something just wrong with the server, or maybe he's just gone out for a pie, never returned.
I mean, it happens. A pie.
Oh, I know the feeling of a late night snack in need, and you just get carried away. It happens.
I suppose I used to do that when I was a lot younger. I'd get yelled at now. You fat.
Well, that's not to say I wouldn't get yelled at now. I'd probably just be more inclined to go, screw you, I'm getting it anyway.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'd probably still get it too, but yeah, I'd probably be cool. I'm a fatty.
But when you need it, you need it. It's as simple as that.
That's right. Now, yeah, Ortek's lost a bit of time on Kart here, so Kart's just pulled out the NOS button somewhere as Ortek goes to that pit lane, gets it slowed down, and he'll get rid of that last stop. And Brensicles, yes, will get his overtake. So his next one is Kart and Gazza. The race for the lead is almost here. 10 minutes left. And it's going to be green versus yellow, basically. Team versus team.
Yeah, exciting. I mean, what a finish we've ended up having in front of us. I mean, yeah, like it's 10 minutes to go, no rain forecast till the end, so these guys will be running on a fast track all the way to the end now. And it's just a battle of who's got the car set up right, who's nailed their strategy, who's done the preparation, and there's so many things that you need to rely on an ACC to make sure you have a good race night. And we're going to find out soon who's done that.
Gazza is here. Where did Gazza... Do we remember where Gazza qualified? I don't feel like it was... It wasn't... Maybe it was top 5. But, yeah, definitely has been the victor of some rewards, especially with Music Racer and Burradog leaving the track early on. Burradog's been in a few incidences since, not big ones, but they've only just let him down slightly. Music Racer's chasing him 6 seconds away, so I wonder if he can catch him by the end. That's one to keep an eye on.
Card in the pit, so we'll see where Ortek is in relation to him.
Yes, we will. Ortek's coming around. That's the pit entrance there. Kart number 1. He's getting mobile again. I think I just heard him go past. There he is, past the pit entry exit, and kart number 1. So that's proof the undercut is huge. That was only 2 laps difference, I think.
Yeah, look at the gap he's got on him. That's safe as houses for Ortek. I mean, as long as he can keep it between the white lines, 8 minutes, he should be able to hold on for a very solid top 4 here. Gazza now, a race leader in the pits.
Okay. So the gap between him and the leader, about 39 seconds. Oh, that's almost a pit stop. This is going to be super tight between Gazza and Brensicles as he gets to his marks. And he gets his pit stop underway. He's just coming down that back straight into clearaways, into the final corner, onto the Brabham straight. Gazza still stationary. You can see Brensicles' yellow Bentley in the distance. There it is. New race leader by a mile is Brensicles 1989. Gazza's still waiting. Cheese noodles.
Well, the wonder watch now. Like, exactly, cheese noodles. He's going to fly by as well. This is an eternity for Gazza. Watch Ortek. Ortek's going to go by.
Wow. Ortek.
How has this happened? Here's Card as well. Gazza's going to end up just on the top 5.
There he is. He appears out of the pit lane. It's 5th. He is behind Kart there. That will update in a second. But wow, he from leading to 5th place.
Who expected that?
I wonder what was the hold-up. Did he change tyres? Because that's the only thing I can think of that happened to Gazza there. I don't know.
It was odd. I can't understand it. I mean, obviously I'm not particularly inept with ACC and what goes on for pit stops and strategies, but that was really strange.
Yeah, well, just like I thinking an accidental tyre change, JJ and Brett also think he changed tyres there, so...
Oh, there you go.
I think that was it. So for Gaza, an accidental setting has cost him the possible win of this race here tonight.
Oh, it's gutting. Absolutely gutting.
I mean, you've
It's
done
not
that
the
in
way
GT Sport before, with fuel before, surely.
I have. I can remember actually very vividly a top split FIA race where I was on track for a top 5 only to put on the wrong tyre compound and lose so many points. It wasn't funny. I was fuming for the next couple of days.
At least in ACC we don't have the controversy where it's faster to not pit than to take the mandatory stop and just get that penalty serve at the end. I remember when that was a hot topic. I think at the end of last year sometime in GT Sport. I think it was in the daily races. I think there was a race where if you didn't, or even an FIA race, if you just didn't take the pit stops and you just took the penalty, it was quicker.
Yeah, I remember that one vividly. I benefited greatly from that. It was a Laguna Seca race in the GT4 cars where the tyre wear was relatively high, but the compounds used just made it perfect so that if you were to just take the 20-second penalty for not pitting, it actually ended up
big
shorter.
moment for Shamrock. I think he was coming up Hawthorne Hill there. I don't know what he's done there. It was sideways rally. It was all dirt. Let's have a quick
Did
look.
he keep that out of the wall?
I think he might have. He was just following into the turn. Bit of oversteer mid-corner. And... oh no, just got the back end in the wall, but I don't know. It wasn't a massive shunt. He will have damage, but I don't think it's going to be race-ending. So for Shamrock, he's still going. Might be a
It's
little
been an eventful one for him.
out of line though. Yeah, that's it guys. If you have just joined us, don't forget to like and subscribe as well. We've got more racing coming up in the week, so we'd love to have you with us. But Joe says that's racing. That is. But yeah, I was just interrupting you. You're talking about a...
No, that's quite alright. There was action on track. The people need to see it. Long story short, it was just lots quicker to take the penalty than to bother transiting the pit lane.
And I don't think I ever heard from Polyphony Digital about that one.
They never addressed it formally. Instead, they jacked it up from a 20-second penalty to a 1-minute penalty. So I don't think we'll ever see that problem again.
Well, his Music Racer, he was about 6-7 seconds behind Burradog 3-4 minutes ago. He's now within a second of him, and Music is on form. So Burradog's position there in 6th is under threat. We've got 2.5 minutes left. Can he hold out? We're about to find out as this thing comes to its conclusion. What an explosive event we've had tonight. I couldn't have predicted this. I knew when I was writing the preview on the buymeacoffee.com/Demo1Garage, I was writing it up saying that there's no way anyone can predict this, and the rain was the big factor. And yeah, that's exactly what we've had tonight. It's been excellent. And yeah, brilliant recovery from both Borough and Music, but Music Racer's on a different level at the moment.
Yeah, isn't he? He's flying. And battle for the podium too, really heating up. It was Autek who looked like he might have stolen second at some point, but just let his guard down and Cart's stolen it from him, so he's going to have to really put his fists up and fight for it if he wants to stand on the podium tonight.
That's right, Cart. Yeah, they had the undercut situation between these two. Autek and Cart are flogging it through here, aren't they? And we're going to come around. This could be the last lap. I don't know how close.
I believe it will be, these guys.
Principles. I don't know. It's going to be very close. So Cart will be defending like there's no tomorrow, because for all he's concerned, this is it. This is the final lap. Ortec will need to find a miracle to get through from 4th here at the moment. Music Racer 7/10 up, and they're just coming across the start-finish line. 5/10 the gap now as it updates. So Burradog losing time every corner now. Things are getting super tense here in this race, the Pro-Am division. Just checking where Brentsicles is. It's coming through Sterling's. Oh, we might get one more lap in. 41 laps. So there's going to be one more lap for everybody, I think.
I think one more is exactly what we want. I don't want these battles to end. This is fantastic.
Finished the race.
Oh, that's it. That's it. He's called it. The race is done. So car number 1 in Ortec. Look at Ortec. He's got a bit of a slipstream. He tries to get up beside Cart into that final turn, but he's up behind him in the spoiler. Cart, I think he's done everything he needs to do inside the Brabham straight. It's going to be 3rd for Cart, 4th for Ortec. What a finish from those two. The next two that we're watching is Burradog and Music. 5/10 the gap for them. Burradog getting into Sterling's now. Gets a great launch. Music in that Aston Martin. He wants one last ditched effort, but it's too little, too late. The start-finish line is there. The checkered flag is out. And Burradog 6th, Music 7th. Great racing all around tonight. And burnouts for Brentsicles. Well deserved.
That was grand. That was a thoroughly exciting race. I don't think anyone could predict what was happening. But Brenticles, Cheese Noodles, card number 1. Well done. That was fantastic.
It certainly was. So well done to Brentsicles, Cheese, and Cart. Couldn't have written or scripted that ending any better myself, I don't think.
Oh, it was something out of Hollywood, wasn't it? Just everyone scrapping till the final seconds.
It was good. It was good. Now that is Pro-Am for this week.
After that Cart, that was awesome.
Just listen into it for a second. I thought we'd hear them a bit more, but yeah, so that was Pro-Am for this week. We got Pro next week, same time. But RaceOnOz, we've got you guys again on Thursday for the Contenders Cup. And on Sunday for the Round 5 event at the Red Bull Ring. So I'm looking forward to it.
That should be great, and it's a wet weather race as well on Sunday, so should be much of the same of what we've seen tonight, just a chaotic proceeding.
Well, thanks guys for joining us. My name's been Josh, and I was joined by Viper Z, of course. So thanks for joining. Don't forget, if you enjoyed it, hit that like, subscribe as well, wherever you're following, be it YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. More sim racing coming up, but that is it for tonight. We'll see you. I've got another race tomorrow with Goto. Whoa, it's their last Project Cars 2 season, so don't miss it. But that's it from me. Good night, and enjoy the rest of your week.
Arrivederci. That was cool. Wet race.